Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be following a hair tutorial to cut my American Girl doll's hair. And the tutorial I'll be using is the Sweeping Surfer haircut by the Salon Guy. So before we get started, if you're a minor, be sure you have an adult's permission before cutting your doll's hair. And I will also preface this with the fact that I am only cutting this doll's hair because it has already been cut before I got her. And as you can see, it is very choppy and uneven, so I thought it would be neat to follow a hair tutorial to try to make it more of a boy haircut because I need another boy doll. So with that said, let's get started. So the first thing that the Salon Guy does is he brings the hair forward so that you can kind of have it swept across the face. Now, the wigs of American Girl dolls are already kind of designed to lay a certain way. I'm hoping with some heat and everything that I will be able to manipulate this wig to kind of do what I want it to, but I don't know if I'll be able to manipulate it that much. And our next step is to kind of separate or part the hair in the back so that we can cut an even line across the bottom. Now the back of the hair has already been cut a lot, so it's very short back here, so I'm just going to kind of even out the chunks. Our next step is to bring down the side hair and cut it to the same length. And then we're just going to follow this same line until we get more towards the front or about to where the ear is. And since it's a wig, it's really hard to kind of like get a comb in there and pull the hair out. But there is a lot of hair that tries to like tuck up under. And so I'm just using my hand to kind of pull those out to make sure that they also get trimmed. And now we're ready to create our line that's going to go up to the forehead. I messed up here and basically just sprayed my doll's face with water. So I don't recommend doing that because, you know, if you get water in the eyes, they can rust, but my bad. And I thought I was pretty on par for what it shows in the video, but I think I got it a little bit too short because like as soon as I cut off the extra weight, the hair just kind of like sprung up. So now I'm just doing some point cutting to just kind of even it out and make it look a little smoother and less choppy. And then I just did a little bit more trimming to try to make sure I had a nice even line going up to the forehead. I do warn though, as I've seen in other tutorials, be careful about constantly trying to even it and being OCD about it, because next thing you know, you've trimmed until you don't have hair left. So I almost did that, but then I remembered that tip. Now our next step is to come across from the other bangs and then down and trying to make that as even as possible so that it matches the line on the other side. Now we just need to double check that it is nice and even on both sides. It does appear to be a little off, so I'm just going to do some additional trimming. and that looks much better. And for our final step, we are going to layer it.
See, we're in the very back of the head now, and what we're going to do is create our first section right in through here. Now remember, this section is going to basically be our whole layer and our whole shape throughout the entire top here. So we want to keep consistent. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull it straight out from the head, 90 degrees, and we're going to then follow that same pattern going straight down. There's where we left off right there.
Alright, I am all done cutting it, so now I'm going to try to use some heat to train the bangs forward so that it has more of that sweeping look. And I'm going to try to accomplish this by using a hairdryer on a hotter setting. And I'm going to hold the hair in place and warm up the hair, and then I'm going to continue holding the hair in place while the hair cools down. And if the hair is taking a little while to cool down, you can also spritz it with some cold water to help speed up the process. And I just continued repeating this process until I achieved the look that I was wanting. Okay, so as far as it being a sweeping surfer look, I would say that I failed. Although I'm still not disappointed with how the haircut turned out. I actually kind of like it, and I think that it does look more like a boy doll now, which is what I was trying to accomplish. So I failed, but not completely. So there you go. And that is all I have for you today. If you like that video and would like to see more like it, please be sure to subscribe, or don't. That's okay too. Thank you.